Good morning, everybody. It's Gina, and I'm going to try to keep my head down but look up at you because of the light. I wonder if I can move. Maybe better. Yeah, that might be better. Let's face this way. Today is going to be a completely different day. Of course, you feel free. I'm not sure what's going on with my hair. It's actually last night's dew. You feel free to put your update in the comments, but today is going to be all about you all and the comments that you've been leaving me. We're going to kind of go over them, delve into some of them, and see what we can get together as some inspiration, as some insight, as some understanding as to why we are the way we are. So let me get to it. And I'm going to start with a gal named Brandy Marks who commented 2 days ago, so that would have been on the 23rd, and she said, I understand where you're coming from. I've lost 8 pounds in the last 6 months, so this would have been on the Sunday's vlog, I think, or maybe Monday's, actually, where I was sharing, the excessive amount of time that I was on Weight Watchers and I'm like down, well, I don't really want to say what I'm down because I've had a really good day. We'll talk about that either later or in tomorrow's video. Depends on how long I go here. Anyways, she said, I keep looking at it as 8 pounds that I don't need. I'm happy with any progress that I make. I refuse not to live my life. I loved that line, which is exactly why I started with Brandy's. I could have went way back further, but I have plenty to talk about, so I started with Brandy's because Brandy is not a person that comments often, so clearly she felt either a need to share or newly is, connecting with us, and I loved what she had to say. I refuse to not live my life. I wonder if you are not eating enough. I've noticed if I eat all my points and some weeklies is when I lose. If I try to roll over, I don't lose. Okay, so I've said many times that when I use my weeklies, I don't lose. Now, the deal is, and we're going to get to this in a later comment, but if I can interject right here, I'm kind of an all or nothing kind of person. I've already found that out about myself. It's like today I'm very motivated because something that I have alluded to many times but started a while back about a new journey that I'm on. I am so very close to getting to share my first update with you that my motivation is really high. So on days like that, I tend to eat on point and less. And if that makes any sense, what I mean by that is I try not to eat a whole bunch of breads because I know breads trigger me. I try very hard to leave out as much sugar as possible with the exception of what I do still put in my coffee, which is so much less than what it used to be. So if I look at my journey as a whole, I have come so far, as well as so many of you have. I've seen countless descriptions of people's journeys in my comments where I'm like, you go. I am so proud of you. You are doing amazing. And it's inspirational to see all of your journeys and where you're at. And when they share the amount of weight that they've lost, I've been on this journey for 30 years or 3 months. I get a lot of information out of that. Sometimes it does. If I'm being honest, sometimes I get a little bit of a prick or a pang of guilt whenever they say, I started in January and I'm down 35 pounds. You know what I mean? And I started March of 2017. Yeah. So we're over a year and a half now. It's a year and 7 months, isn't it? And I'm literally down today 19 pounds, I think. We're at one point in time, several months ago, I was at 27 pounds. So I gained that 13 pounds, and it's taken me all year long to get back down to 19 lost. And it's taken me all year long. So in saying all of that, I wonder two things. Yes, I don't eat enough. As a general rule, on a good day, I already know I don't eat enough. My doctor has told me that for decades. If you don't start eating and eating well and right, you're never going to lose weight because your body is going to retain everything you put in it. So when I go off track, I eat ridiculous amounts of stupid food. If any of that makes sense, I know you know where I am. But so Brandy, if that kind of gives you any indication, I either go so far below or so far overboard that I haven't really given myself I can't even say a good month's worth of, maybe I blue dotted every day in a month, or pretty darn near close to it. But I almost feel like maybe I should give it another month and try my best to blue dot every day, or most of the days, because you're probably not going to blue dot on Thanksgiving. But in reality, I don't really have anywhere to go, so maybe I would anyways. I'm wondering if maybe that's possible. And I would probably do that privately and share the results at the end, because we're doing the no-no in November. And my no-no in November is weighing. I am not weighing every day. I am not doing it. I'm done with that. So, Brandy, great comment. And then Paige, right up above it, the comment above it said, Gina, I'm a turtle too, but I always turn to quitting is not an option, in quotes. Quitting is not an option. So let me make something as clear as I can. Even if I choose to do a different plan, I'm not giving up on losing this weight, especially after yesterday's vlog. Well, it was one of the best days that I've had in years. And I'm so grateful for the photos that I have of me and my grandbaby on the swings. It was really enlightening to me to just how far I have to go. Because sometimes when you're just standing in a photo and you can see your progress, you get maybe a little bit complacent and you think, oh, you've done good. You're all right. It's okay. You can have that donut. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, when you see your picture in just a natural setting, doing something, not posing for a photo, it can be very enlightening. So, and the complacency has left me. Let's just say that. Enjoyed yesterday immensely. Complacency, I can say that word. Complacency left me yesterday. And then she said, here's one example of a great example of sharing your story. I've lost 46 pounds since January 2017. So she's a year and 10 months in, and she has lost 46 pounds. That is wonderful, Paige. Wonderful. So approximately 2 pounds a month. My main goal is to not miss a meeting. Main goal, not miss a meeting. My very first year, I did not miss one meeting all year long. Lost 27 pounds. Second year, I went to maybe half my meetings, gained 13, still haven't lost it. Is there a correlation there? Is it because the second year was all freestyle? Was it that I missed a lot of meetings? I don't know the answers to that. Think I've only missed 2 weeks in 22 months. I just love that. It's wonderful. Darlene, now some of these comments, I'm not pre-reading them. I read them, I've answered them, but that was this morning or last night, so I don't really know exactly what they're going to say. Okay, so I'm back. There's going to be times that I have to step away. I'm at work, so it is what it is. And if my phone rings, I have to go. And if someone needs me, I have to go. And for many, many reasons, the Gina has to go. So there might be some splits in the video. Okay, so we were talking about going back to the maybe the smart points and following the meetings. Still going to meetings. Also plan out a weekly meal plan. And we all know that when you follow a meal plan, you do better. Here's the thing that I found for myself about meal planning. Planning is different than prepping. This is what happens with me. I meal prep, and I've done it. You've seen me do it. I've shared that I've done it. When I meal prep, I don't eat the stuff that I made and it goes to waste. There's only the two of us. I don't have kids. I only work 20 hours a week. I have plenty of time to make things fresh, and I enjoy that. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy prepping. I enjoy grocery shopping for a specific meal. And it was so amazing. The other night in my new pressure cooker, I made a fire roasted tomato soup. It was so yummy. So yummy. And bonus, I had half a pot of it left, and my son, when I was at the house yesterday, he said, I went to Safeway and got me a loaf of bread, and I was getting me some tomato soup, and I forgot to get the soup. I'm so mad. He lives so far from the grocery store, like so far, probably 45 minutes from a grocery store. I mean, he has a local one in his little town, but when I say little town, it's a tiny town. And he was very upset. I said, I can't believe you're saying that today because I just made tomato soup last night for dinner. I'll bring it to you tonight at dance recital. And so he did. I did, and he took it. And so not only did we get to enjoy it, but so did my baby, and that was cool. And it was really good. I would totally make it again. Matter of fact, on Saturday, Honey went to Costco and he came home with me an Instant Pot cookbook, and I got the recipe out of that. There's so many recipes in there that I want to make. Now, of course, I have to tweak some of them to get the oils out or the heavy creams or whatever the case is to get the points down, but tomato soup was tomato soup, and it was so good. Loved it. So what I'm saying is I enjoy my time cooking for a meal or two. Prepping for the whole week just doesn't work for me. I even made 6 boiled eggs in the Instant Pot ready for the week so I could have 2 a day for, 3 of the days this week. This week I did it. And I didn't even enjoy the second 2 days because they were cold and not fresh. It doesn't bother me 1 ounce to get up, turn my Instant Pot on, and make a couple of eggs for my day. Matter of fact, I did it this morning. Had it on a piece of toast. Yummy! So today I've had, I'm going to say 3 points for the slice of bread because it was a sourdough bread. I could be totally wrong, and maybe it was less. And 2 poached eggs. When I say poached, I mean very softly boiled, 2-minute boiled in the Instant Pot. So good. Carrie, I'm learning how to do it. So I hope that kind of gets that understanding out. And I am very interested to know if all of you meal prep your whole week, or do you just do a meal at a time, or maybe a day or 2 at a time? What have you found that works for you? Because I haven't found anything perfect yet. Also plan out a weekly meal plan and make sure that you are not eating too much carbs. Carbs are my downfall, and I do not lose when I overeat carbs. Absolutely 100% agree. When I have a whole bunch of bread or any type of carb in my day, it triggers me and I go off the beaten path. If I eat a good breakfast, a good, healthy, full of protein breakfast, I'm usually pretty good. But if I only eat, like, say, I don't even know what I would eat that wasn't, because I normally always eat eggs in the morning or nothing. Let's just say it was a day that I didn't eat nothing. It's so easy for me to go get, a hamburger or a big old sandwich, not on diety type bread or healthy breads. And then if I do that, all of a sudden I want something even more off track. So I 100% agree with you, Darlene. That is absolutely true. Carbs for many people can be a trigger. Then Paige also said again, my suggestion, now remind you, this video is coming from me asking you all to share with me your thoughts on my situation, how I have progressed or not progressed. If you've been here any amount of time, you know what my downfalls are, and I said share them. As long as you weren't mean, I wanted to know. And I didn't see anyone that was out of, wasn't tactful or didn't say things positively. Every single piece of information I felt was very positive. So I'm going to check real quick just to make sure that we are recording, and we are. Paige then said, additionally, she said, my suggestion, make a meal plan and include fruits and vegetables at every meal. I do not eat enough fruits and vegetables. 100% agree with you. I do not. Sandy is a prime example of a wonderful experience of eating fruits and vegetables because that chick knows how to eat some fruit. I feel like I would be on a sugar high all day long if I ate all that fruit. That does not excuse the vegetables. I do not get enough of vegetables. And I love vegetables. So I don't know why it is that I exclude them from my day, because I would be 100% satisfied eating a piece of grilled chicken or a couple of tenderloins and an artichoke. Nothing on it. 100% satisfied. That would be a 0-point meal. But I don't do it. Now, when you get into salads, I have to be very clear that many, many times they make me sick. So it's something I just have to decide. Do you want the tummy ache to get the veggies in? Because that's a choice you're making. I am going to make a tri-tip for dinner in the Instant Pot tonight. Eat 3 ounces of tri-tip, and I'm going to make us a big healthy salad for dinner. And that's the plan for today. And over the weekend, I have my granddaughter's birthday party, so pray for me that I don't go off track, because I already know I want a piece of cake. But when I say I want a piece of cake cut in half is his half, there's his half, and I eat a quarter of my half, because I know the sugar is going to trigger me, and I know it's going to make me sick. So I have to be very careful with the amount of sugar that I eat, but I want a bite or two of the cake. I really do. And I know that. I'm okay with that. I've noticed that okay, so here's something that I wanted to make sure we talked about. And this is Paige still talking. I noticed that you say, that's all I had. That's all I've had all day. A lot. Like a small amount you've had is a good thing. Okay, see, perfect example of me under eating, and I realize that. I know that. Or should, let's see. Like a small amount you've had all day is a good thing, or should be working for you. Better to say, like Julie, which of course is Julie over at Living Large on Lifetime, I've stayed on plan so far today. And that was just her 2 cents. Paige, it's never just your 2 cents. If you're trying to help us, then we're good. Oh, every single one of you, I want your 2 cents. I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be spending the time doing this. I just want to say this right here. I've never made one single dime from YouTube. I know that a lot of people take the money and take the checks, and it's for that. I don't. I am seriously doing this for my weight loss. Could I? Yes. Is there money in the vault apparently for me? Yes. I have never taken 1 red cent from YouTube. I choose to do this for this reason. I'm doing it to help me, to help you, for us to grow and become better and become friends. And will I someday maybe take the money? Maybe. But so far, and we're, I think I started my channel in 2015 or 16. Maybe it was 2016, June. Not a dime. Not a dadgum dime. Okay. This next comment is from someone that I really don't know. They've really given me some insight, but I don't know the person, and it's AXBXCX123X. So I'm thinking ABC123. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3, simple as do, re, mi, ABC. Is that what we're going? That's my love, baby, you and me, girl. Oh. You did not come here to hear me sing. Anyways, they said, because I don't know their actual name, hey, I've watched a few of your videos, and maybe you stated it in a video that I haven't seen yet. What WW program has really worked for you? Smart Points. The answer to that is Smart Points. If it's Point Plus or Smart Points or an older program, maybe consider going back to that for 4 weeks. There has to be a point where you let go of what's not working for you and embrace what you did that worked for you in the past. WW will always be there to take your money if you want to continue freestyle and you still go to the WW meetings for those 4 weeks for the support as well. Okay, so we just talked about that in a comment below. So clearly that must be an option because more than one person has come up with the same exact idea. And so I shared with that person the same story that I shared with you, that I lost 27 pounds on Smart Points. And then whenever it started with freestyle, I mean, within a month gained 13 pounds because it was too much freedom for me. Because I just fell completely off the wagon because I felt like I didn't need to track anymore. Because you didn't have to track all the free stuff, and then all of a sudden I just wasn't tracking. Because up until that point I tracked faithfully. And I never have got myself back to tracking and faithfully working the plan since then. And that's my fault. I'm not blaming, let me be very clear. I am not blaming Weight Watchers, WW, or Freestyle for my failure. I'm not working the plan well enough. So it is not working for me. That does not mean it will not work for you. Because if you follow the plan will work. I believe that with all my heart. I believe that. I just don't follow this plan. This plan isn't working for me. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I've edited this video up to this point. I'm going to go ahead and close this part of the vlog out and start a new one because it ended up being like 42 minutes long. That's too long for one video. So this is part 1, and we'll be back later with part 2. Maybe the next day. I don't know exactly when I'll get it up. But we'll see more later. I hope you enjoyed. Talk to you in a bit. Bye-bye. God bless.